Has Now You See Me gone Fast and the Furious? Let's talk about that. What's going on, everybody? Tom Chattelbash here, and if you love movies and TV like I do, then rest assured you are in the right place, and without further ado, let's review Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the third installment in the beloved Now You See Me franchise. Now, it has been about a decade since we've seen the Four Horsemen on the silver screen, and in this third installment, we not only are reunited with the Four Horsemen, but we also get three new members who are brought into the fold, who are played here by Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, and Ariana Greenblatt, and they all have to work together in order to pull off this massive heist that is going to try to expose this businesswoman with nefarious dealings, who's played here by Rosamund Pike. And then you've got your Now You See Me movie, folks, with some fun magic tricks, some likable, charismatic leads, and some fun set pieces. Now, the Now You See Me movies, to me, are just like cinematic candy. It's like you enjoy it while you're watching it, they're entertaining, they're fun, there's plenty of likable, charismatic leads, and you walk away having had a good time, even if it's not entirely the most memorable experience. Now, I went into this third installment just wanting to have some fun, and you know what? I had a lot of fun with Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It definitely doesn't try to be something it's not, and it delivers a really fun installment that I think fans of this series are going to really enjoy. It's great to have this cast back, especially having Isla Fisher return to the fold here. It's great seeing her. She's her likable, charismatic self, and the rest of the cast, including Jesse Eisenberg, Dave Franco, Woody Harrelson, they're all so much fun. They clearly still love playing these characters, and they always have had a blast playing these characters, but they have such infectious chemistry with one another, and they play off of one another so well, and that's really on full display here, where we get to see the Four Horsemen be a little bit more sentimental than we're used to seeing, which is actually a great, refreshing touch, which, you know, allows these performers to kind of add a little bit of heart to these movies, which I think is... I genuinely feel like my brain just short-circuited there. Shit. What I was trying to say is that it's nice that they're trying to add a little bit more heart this time around, because I feel like, you know, 3 movies in, we got to do something different. We got to add some more layers, so that was a nice touch. And the new players here, you know, Dominic Sessa, Justice Smith, and Ariana Greenblatt, I think they're fun additions. I was a little bit wary going into this movie, wondering how they would fit into, you know, the whole Horseman group and how they would gel with everyone in the cast. But you know what? I think everyone's got good chemistry. There's good banter. There's fun, you know, tete-a-tete between these characters, and I really enjoyed that. It's great to see Dominic Sessa in a big role like this after the holdovers. I think he deserves it. And Justice Smith is a really big standout here. I think he delivers some really strong work here as well. And then there's Rosamund Pike as the villain in this movie, and she's clearly having the time of her life. She lives to play a villain like this. She's chewing up the scenery. She's spitting it out. South African accent and all, and I really enjoyed her in this movie. She looks like she's having such a good time. If there's one thing to take away from any Now You See Me movie, is that these movies are filled with people, filled with performers who clearly want to be there. Well, maybe not everyone. It feels like Morgan Freeman really just wanted to show up, get his check, and leave immediately. And this movie is directed by Ruben Fleischer, who brought us the Zombieland films, the first Venom movie, 30 Minutes or Less. He's definitely an inspired choice to direct an installment in this series, and I kind of like how each installment has been directed by a different director. That's always fun. And I feel like he really gives this movie a great light touch. It's breezy, it is light on its feet, there's a great level of propulsion to it, it's got great pacing, and I feel like he really handles the set pieces very well. So I feel like his genre sensibilities went really well to the vibe of this series. It felt like a match made in heaven. And there are some really fun sequences that I think are really well directed, where you can see this great blend of CGI and also really great in-camera tricks. There's one sequence in this house of just kind of illusions and tricks that is really fun, and I think shows off some really great in-camera magic that, you know, you just don't really see much of nowadays, which was super cool to see. Really appreciated that. And the whole heist storyline, I think, is really well handled. It's fun. It's got some twists and turns and fun reveals. It definitely feels very Fast and Furious meets like Mission Impossible. And at this point, I feel like the Horsemen have become like fully fledged superheroes, where they not only know how to do magic, but they have some sort of like superhuman abilities sometimes, and it's fine. I feel like this series has kind of leaned into that at this point, and I feel like the audience has as well, and I mean, I'm on board. I don't mind. I just think it's fun. Now, is this movie perfect? No. I do think a lot of the characters in this movie do feel shortchanged. I feel like that's been my main issue with these Now You See Me films, is that we really don't learn much about the Horsemen, and we certainly don't learn all that much about the 3 new additions to the cast here. We get little inklings of their past, how they met and whatnot, but I feel like a lot of these characters at this point still don't feel fleshed out. The fact that we're 3 movies in and the 4 Horsemen don't really feel like 3-dimensional characters all that much is a big problem. I mean, yes, these performers are giving great performances, they got great chemistry, and like I said, I feel like they're bringing a lot more heart to this third installment here, which I did appreciate, but still, I feel like the writing kind of underserves their caliber of acting. I just feel like they can handle meatier material, and just a shame they don't get it. But all in all, though, if you're a fan of this series, I think you're going to really enjoy this third movie. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. I think it's more action-packed and entertaining than that second installment for sure. And honestly, I think out of the three, it's probably the most entertaining one, if I'm being honest. I love that first film, but I feel like just in terms of the craftsmanship, the level of fun, just the kind of zaniness of it all, I felt really in tune with the vibe of this movie, and I enjoyed it a lot. I would definitely recommend it if you're just looking for like a fun heist movie. So in the end, even despite its problems, I'm going to give this movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's just a really entertaining time at the movies, and there's a reason why this series is so beloved and why we're getting our third film even after all this time. I mean, there is a built-in fan base for this series, and I could see myself seeing like 50 of these, and honestly, I could see Hollywood making 50 of these. These are successful movies, and for good reason. You got a likable cast, you got a fun concept, and I feel like the sky's the limit. You got boundless potential here, so I'm curious to see where the Horsemen go next. So that's my take on Now You See Me, Now You Don't, but let me know what you thought of the movie if you check it out this weekend. Let me know in the comments, did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's just okay? Let me know down below. And until next time, everybody, I'm Tom Chattelbash, YouTube's most reliable movie critic.